It's the eve before Power, season 3 finale. And we're talking death predictions, fan theories. I've had one of your favorites joining me in just a second. All that is going to start Lamont Tyson Life Game Show right now.
I'm up early for the dealers come out. Everybody is outside till the killers come out. You ain't eating, you just act full. I'm impactful. Dozen funerals in a month. I got that pull. I will give it to niggas in all rap forms. Ignatius out right now on all platforms.
What's going on, y'all? Look who decided to join me today to talk some power theories.
Hello, everybody. I miss you guys.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Listen, NASA got me working. Somebody got to pay for this studio time.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Well, we're glad to have you. And this young lady has a hot theory she wants to drop on y'all. We're going to discuss it and see what you think. Lex, the floor is yours. Oh, but before you go, let me give the fans recall on what's been happening, what's been dropping this week. Of course, I got a clip. Take a look at this.
Yo, the jig is up, Rock. They coming for us.
They coming for us or they coming for you?
Detective Howard, if you have a connection to Marvin Thomas, you have a connection to organized crime.
I'm not getting into no war with my son in the other fucking trench.
There's still a price that needs to be paid.
I hope your son knows how much you love him.
You don't know what you're doing, Kanan.
Abdul.
You know I will let the 9 burst. West Coast mixtape, kiss my Converse. Before you play your part, gotta read your lines first. Before it's in your heart, gotta be in your mind first. Getting my prayers in, I'm just trying to do what the Lord says. Slimmer fitting Dickie sitting right on the Cortez. You could tell a winning, yo, just look what the score says. A man to be home, pending on what the board says. They know the champ back, getting the camp back. Buying more AMG bins with the slant backs. Album is out now, I'm hearing them chant that. You know it's heroin whenever I stamp that. Know how I do, niggas. You know that I chew niggas. Seasoned veterans or one of these new niggas. Gotta be kidding me. Can never get rid of me. Even if they kill me, I'm still a epitome.
If you was any more chocolatey and delicious, I'd swear I'd have to lick my fingers.
Where Ronnie Mathis at? Contrary to popular belief, I am not my brother's keeper. No idea where Ronnie is.
This shit don't have to get stupid, Snaps. We can figure it out without nobody getting hurt.
I'm a big believer in diplomacy, Marvin. But for that to work, one has to have willing negotiating partners sitting across from each other. And I'm not convinced that Ronnie or your sister are in a negotiating state of mind.
They're both hotheads.
I'm here because Rock don't want this to go no further than it has already. Especially with Kanan involved.
She put down that Columbia getting him his product, and he agitated about that.
Sadly, I don't think that a conversation is going to remedy this situation.
Floor is yours, Lex.
Y'all, this is crazy. Like, this whole season has been bananas. But I do think that Ronnie is going to get taken out. I do believe that that's a setup. You know what I mean? I believe that whole situation with Rock, the thing that we know she gonna survive whatever hit that was placed on her. Now, the only thing we have yet to see is Stefano and his furnace. Who's going in the furnace, people? It has to be Ronnie. Who else would? You know what I mean? So I don't know if they're going like the setup of Kanan being kidnapped is because they're trying to lure him to an area and then get Ronnie to come there as well or something like that. But it seemed like Ronnie is going into the furnace. Like, I'm a hard believer he gonna burn, baby burn. I'm convinced.
Okay. Well, Lex, you heard that furnace theory here first. You know, I was the first one that delivered it, and now everybody and their mama done ran with it because we know it's gonna happen. That shit's gonna. Ronnie, roasted ass Ronnie is done. That's his nickname. From now till he die, he roasted ass Ronnie, kind of like Dre from Power. They love burning Negroes on this show. He's done. He's gonna be burnt. But the question, and shout out to all the fans in the building. Happy Wednesday. Thank you all for catching me on the live. Leave your comments. We're not going to be here long. We're going to be out at about 1:15, but we want to just come in and keep the hype going. Hear what you guys have to say and let Lex drop her gems. So the question I have to you now, Lex, is this. with Ronnie eliminated, gone, who is going to be Kanan's new supplier and teacher of the game?
I think it's time we meet Breeze. I think now is the time we meet Breeze. I think it's around that time. But I don't know. I said this before and I took back my own guess. And now I don't know because it's been bothering me. Like in the words of Mooch, I could be right, I could be wrong. But what if Neek come back under the radar and Unique is Breeze? I said that before and I took it back after he died. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dag, what if Unique is Breeze? Or what if Howard loses his badge and he know how to move on the street? So what if Howard becomes Breeze? Like those are my two contenders for Breeze. My top three would be Unique, Howard, or D-Wiz brother. We don't even know. I think we're kind of just holding on to the fact that we think D-Wiz brother may make an appearance because he was spoke on. But if I would say my top two, I would definitely say Unique or Howard, and then with a quick third, I would definitely say the introduction to D-Wiz brother. That's where I think we're going with it. But it's time we meet Breeze. We dragging it out. We got to move the story along. I don't know if you saw that we already met Ghost. Did you see that theory? Yeah, I actually kind of. And I think we actually have already been introduced to Ghost. He just didn't get, as much camera time or whatever case may be. But I think Ghost is already one of his foot runners. It's just not time to introduce him as a main player yet, But we in the power mix. It's so many theories and thoughts and just everything just collected into one. It's so much.
Oh Lord Jesus Christ, this girl, y'all and this Breeze thing. Now they did give us Easter egg that I found way back was they had Ghost's name spray painted on the wall. Tommy, one of them was spray painted on the wall. And we've seen before they started this series, they dropped pictures of young Tommy, young Ghost, and Angela. Are we going to see that to end this season? Because at some point in time, they got to release them damn kids and them pictures. Is that going to come this season, or is they going to introduce that next season, Lex? Floor is yours.
If they were smart, if they did introduce it this season, the smartest thing to do would be like in one of the last scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say it's Kanan back on the block of doing something, and he like, "Hey, yo, Ghost, take this packet or something." He like, "Ghost," and then it cut off. That would be the only thing I would accept this season. Don't overload us just yet, but I can see it. Honestly, 4 or 5. It depends on how long they trying to do the show. Like, let's just say they're going to stop at 7 seasons. It would make sense to add it in 4. If you're going to go 8, 9, 10 seasons, halfway mark, hit it at 5. Because the Thomas family got to take a hit. They have to. Like, everybody can't survive until the end of the story. Unless they're locked up. We don't know about it. And then in future times, that would be the connector, because that gives them the opportunity to show up in future shows. They're going to be older, but that possibility is still there. You know what I mean? But that's what I think for sure.
Well, having said that, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and read some fan theories, because you guys make this thing very interesting. And it's fun to just theorize what you think is going to happen, the same way that football is more fun when you bet on it. And if anybody want to take a bet, I'm taking Kansas damn City, damn it. Holla at your boy. Fan theory number 1. This comes from my boy David. Sent me this over on IG, so sit back and relax as I got to read this. He says, "Good evening, Lamont. I hope all is well. I tried to message you on Twitter, not able. I have a theory in regards to what I believe will happen in the remaining final 2 episodes. We all know how ruthless Rock is, so hard, and will go by any means necessary to stop Kanan from participating in the drug game, as well as opposing as threat to her and jeopardizing any chance of her progressing any further in the game. In order to derail Kanan, either Rock herself or Lulu, under Rock's orders, in order to stay alive, to do him a favor as a callback to what he talking out Buck 20 will take out Famous as one dark and twisted last ditch effort to stop her son and bring him back to her. But I will not go as she but it will not go as she intended to go, and will seek revenge, declare war with his mother. He will then run away with Ronnie as Raq will hunt for him and Kanan, and will switch things up and change his identity. Breeze with Kanan on his side on a quest to take over the new. We'll meet next season. Now, before I give this to you, Lex, the only thing I got to say in his theory, it can't be Ronnie because Ronnie's about to be roasted. Ronnie, floor is yours.
Yeah, that was a theory. that was a theory for you. Shout out to them. I definitely don't agree with anything, but I can see how they were going the way that they were going for sure. I'm gonna tell you now, Raq is like Raq is like one lip gloss application away from me being done with her. Like, not Patina. Patina eating this roll up, but Raq as a cat, like I'm starting to feel so, because at first I can understand why you want to lie about your son father being the left-handed one. You don't want to opt as his father. I get that. Certain lies, like she took extreme measures, but I understand. She take out Famous. Whoever hurts Famous, I'm gonna be done with them, and to heck they go. Because Fame is so innocent, low key. He just a victim of his circumstances, and I don't know. Like, Famous storyline is the one storyline that's up in the air for me. But at first I'm like, that gun, like he gonna get caught up that gun, and his mother. You know how like all 90s movies, mothers cleaning their son's closet. What's the me out? She see the gun, and now she, you know what I mean? She take it to the police department or something. They able to make the connection. He could go down like that. He could go down from Ronnie because Ronnie knows all Kanan's weak points in technicality. Yeah, he telling him like, know your place, stay away from my family. But by doing that, you know that he care about Fame. You care about Jukebox. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows his weak points, and he know where they at. So that's not good. I personally, I do agree with something is gonna happen to Famous, but I don't think it's gonna be at Raq's hand, because as easy as it was for her to clip D Wiz, like, don't get me wrong, Raq is wild, but I don't think she will harm Famous. Famous was the closest it came since season 1, like down to getting dinner and everything. And I wasn't here for that episode review, but the episode where Raq put the gun in his bag, my favorite part was his face. He was like, Miss Raq. Like, it was so funny because she done been around him since they was kids. So I just pray, and we know something is gonna happen, but I don't want anything bad to happen to Famous. I would rather, Famous start getting big or something, and they gotta separate, or something happens that's. I just don't want Famous to be dead at all.
Okay. Well, here's another good question for you. We seen Marvin at the gravesite of either Gerald or Gerald's daughter, and then we seen Tanner fucking Sachs pull up on the gravesite to come get him. So the question to you is, Lex, what happens when they roll up on Marvin at his gravesite? Are they going to be friendly, or is he getting arrested?
And then remember, I talked to you and I kind of switched over, and I said, I think Marvin going to jail. I think Marvin, but now I think that there may be a plan in place where they're going to set Howard up, and Howard is going to go to jail. Like, I think the chickens is home to roost for Howard. I think that's gonna be the flipperoonie this season, because we've been so focused on Marvin. And if they want to go for the shock factor, Howard is gonna be the one that goes to jail. But if you want to be in typical common sense fashion and they send Marvin to jail, that's gonna kind of piss me off too. I'm not gonna lie. And it do look like the feds is rolling up on him. And most likely, I think he's actually at Miss Renee grave, maybe talking about how he feel bad because he done found out like Gerald done offed himself. Like, maybe I should have been more patient with him or something like that. I actually think he's at Renee grave. and he's
That was the
Vincent.
girlfriend. That was the girlfriend,
That
right?
was they didn't date yet, but that was the counselor, Miss Renee.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I personally think like she was like really Marvin's like holy water cleanse. Like he really changed when he started dealing with Miss Renee. So I personally think that that's whose grave he's at. But I do know the Fetties is about to roll up on him. But I just don't. Even if he goes into the precinct, I don't think Marvin is gonna go down. The common sense in me is like, yeah, Marvin going to jail. But they if Power is smart and their writers are as jiggy as I think they are, that's gonna be the plot twist. It's not gonna be him. It's gonna be Howard.
No, she didn't say the writers are jiggy. I don't think they hang out with Will Smith, Lex. I'm just keeping it real. I don't think they down for all that weird. Well, you never know. You never know. Yeah, you never know. So, how is Stefano going to get involved in this, other than giving us his incinerator of death to burn Negroes? How else is he going to help Raq with this problem he's got with Pops and Snaps? And let me just say this. Pops, her ass thirsty as hell. You know, you give her some water, that shit is going to run right through her body. She is thirsty, okay? So how is he going to help Raq with her Kanan problem? What is his plan?
My boy Linguini. I miss Linguini. We ain't seen him in a couple episodes, him in that house. But yeah, I think Uncle Linguini is gonna help because he got the manpower. Raq really don't have foot soldiers like she did in the first season. Like she's still that girl, but she not like I don't think she got street people the way she had them before the Italian hit. You know what I'm saying? I think that was like a critical hit for them. And on top of that, like although this is a spare season, I'ma say Raq spent at least like 3 months out the game. So with that being said, I think she's hitting Stefano up to have his people kidnap Kanan for her. I think that's where that whole thing comes into play, because I also think that, you know, they was weird at first, but Stefano liked Unique. He did. Ubiquitous. He liked him. So I think if he explained to him like, yo, this is a situation with Ronnie, he the one that took out Neek, like a bunch of other stuff, you know, and that's if Neek is taken out, because who knows, he could be at Stefano house healing for all we know. But yeah, I think that's how she comes back into play. But something telling me Neek finna rise from the ashes, and we like, what? Like something. He beat the smithereens out of him. But I mean, if anybody is an old movie person and you saw the movie Misery, he shouldn't have survived that car crash, but he did. You know what I'm saying? So we've seen worse happen. 50 got shot like 90 times and he alive. So, I mean, we've seen worse happen. He could have been like unconscious, like a hiker could have found him, and he could have been off to the side. Because just like the clip always says, until that body show up, that's why people still holding on to ghosts. Until that body show up, we don't know nothing. So, yeah, I do think that she's actually going to play a role in Kanan's kidnapping for a safety thing or to prove a point. Because he was talking crazy last episode. There's places that they could send you. I don't know where her black mother jeans went. Because, baby, the way I would have two-pieced my son, and when he realized what was happening, I would have started whooping him again. Oh, no. Raq slipping. But she knows she wrong.
Well, you know, there's a certain love mothers have for their sons. You know, there's a certain way my wife looks at my son. Not saying she don't look at my daughter like that, but there's women and their boys, and they always want them to be little boys. And she even mentioned that with Juke. How come y'all can't stay little forever? They don't. The fuckers grow up and they want to bow up. And sometimes you got to knock them back a peg, let them know who the hell the parents is. Now, Lex.
Daddy.
Yep. And Marvin was Johnny on the spot. Marvin was ready to whip that ass. He sure was. One more question before we get ready to get you out of here. Like you said, this is the look on Raq Patina Miller's face, and God may help me. Boy, she looks scared as hell right here when she see this. So the question I have to you, Lex, how does she survive this shit? Look at them guns. Those are some rat-a-tat-tats. You feel me? And there's no way she can get out of this unscathed. But having said that, like you just said, people tend to forget this is fucking TV. It don't matter how bad Unique got beat up. It's TV. You can bring his ass back. So will they do a situation where her Jeep gets shot up and she don't get hit? Or are they going to have it end where she gets bullets in her again this season? How do you see this ending, Lex the Targaryen?
I don't see her getting hit, but if she get hit, it's gonna be like another a flesh wound. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think Rock gun, but to keep it a stack, she in a Jeep, so depending on like where they are, she could skirt off. It just depends on how they, you know what I mean? Because it looked like they pulling up right side of her at the light. But I never understood that. Like Rock, they know your truck. They done known your truck since season 1. Like why are you driving yourself around? Like you creme de la creme. What are you doing, sis? Like that part I don't like because they had her moving like a Don in the first season. Like, you know, the men was outside the house all the time. Now it's starting to kind of like she still got the money and the power, but the security, I want them to touch up on that in a realistic sense. Because that's really unrealistic for her to be, well, not really, because that's how they caught Griselda at the meat store. But anyway, I'm
Damn right.
woo. Anyway, yeah, I do think she gonna be all right. I think she just gonna skirt off or not even she ain't got no choice. Cause if she was to hop out and run, they gonna catch her. We know she gonna survive the season, so she just gonna have to peel off. That's the only thing I could think of.
I heard that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of people in nice ass Range Rovers and shit, we see your sunroof. You got a sunroof and a moonroof. What the hell is you driving over there for the fellas that want to know about this young lady? Nails done, hair done. What is you driving?
I'm humble. I drive a little Jeep. It's not even a new one, but it's just a Jeep. Little sunroof. It's nothing spectacular. We still dreaming of the guineas over here, but we got it. 2024 is our year.
And 25 and 26. We coming for it.
But
so
the 2020s and the rest of the life.
That's right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm ecstatic that I didn't announce this live stream. I just popped up here and 210 of y'all showed up. That's love. And I can never do this without the love and care you guys show and support of what we're trying to do by keeping you entertained, reviewing shows you love, even talking about some things you don't like. You still show up just to show us some love. We appreciate you. And before we get out of here, let Lex Targaryen talk about all the things she's got going on. This chick about to be on the BET Awards. She got albums dropping. She got EPs dropping. Tell the good people what's going on with you, how they can see you in New Jersey and where you're headed this year.
Once again, like, love you the most. If anybody is tapped in from Texas or anything like that, I will be performing at South by Southwest March 13th through the 16th. So if you out in Texas, anything like that, I will be there. If you're a fellow artist, you're doing South by Southwest, the Targaryen will be there. Tap in with me. And also, everybody was asking about the movie. What the hell? Everybody just asking. Oh, it drops tonight at 9 p.m. on YouTube. So if y'all have been waiting to see, I starred in a little short comment, What the Hell, by Brandon Tyler and Manville TV. Tap in tonight. It'll be on YouTube. Manville TV, Manville. You can go on my Instagram. You can follow Brandon like that. So hopefully we get B up here, talk about the movie and things like that. Also, Hanky Panky, the video drop. Thank y'all for dropping it, the other show. Run those streams up. My Jersey Club fans, the Hanky Panky Jersey Club song is actually on the way. So, yes. Studio Time, the album is definitely still going to come out in July. And hopefully, I get to go to the BET Awards this year. I wouldn't be performing or anything, just attending. But y'all know, being Beyonce is not cheap. So y'all ever want to contribute to the studio time, there's the cash. Because I am tired. I am my own manager, okay? I am tired of paying people. It's so hot. But yes, that's where you can find me. I know I'm always on Instagram, all that good stuff. But yes.
All right. Well, you heard that, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe, please share. You always can follow your boy on Instagram, Twitter. I'm on TikTok now. You can download the podcast. Take us wherever you go. Keep showing us that love. Till that next Sex is Hell video, which probably is going to be the power review. We out.